This is WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and this is Big C in the morning. This is the Friday morning show that starts your Friday morning off right in your weekend early. And how is everybody doing today? I am doing okay, and hopefully my voice keeps me up because, as you can see, I'm wearing headphones. And this morning when I was doing like a test, I heard myself I heard myself somewhere. It was like a faint sound, and then I decided to, um, look into the matter, and I found out it was my headphones. It was the headphones here. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not mad or anything. It's so fine. It really is fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Also, they decided to move the camera from this monitor where I look up everything, make sure everything's going smoothly here on OBS. They took from the OBS monitor to the live monitor, which is on Facebook, which I can see myself, talking into the camera and whatever, and it's just weird. It's really weird, but hey, I'll go with it. I will go with it, people. Seriously, it's fine. It literally is fine. I am not, angry about this. So, yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So, I've got two topics to talk about today. And honestly, they're kind of like, you know, somewhat with, life and stuff. So, first topic I want to talk about today is the COVID-19 vaccine. Should you take it? My opinion on it. And I'm just gonna straight up tell you guys, yes, you should take it. Because honestly, I had I had to get my COVID vaccine on Wednesday, and to be honest, it wasn't that bad. I had no side effects. Like I was perfectly fine. Nothing went wrong. Nothing absolutely went wrong. Um, as you know, there are like three vaccines. Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson and Johnson. I think there's a fourth. I think it's AstraZeneca or something. I think there's like a fourth vaccine, but I'm not sure. I think there is, but honestly, I just whatever. It's whatever. I only know Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson and Johnson. Also, I've been hearing reports like Johnson and Johnson has been having like troubles with their vaccine. With 6 women got blood clots from the vaccine as a side effect from the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, and now one of them died, and now they're just holding off on Johnson and Johnson and just using Pfizer and Moderna. So yeah, I got the Moderna vaccine, which means I had to get a second shot, and it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. It was just a tiny little pinch of the needle, and then band-aid, and they say move your muscles and stuff, and also wait 15 minutes to make sure there are no side effects. And 15 minutes passed, and I felt okay. Nothing wrong with me. So yeah, I've actually gotten no. I didn't get anything. I wasn't affected by it, which was actually astounding because I was afraid if I got affected by it, I was gonna be very, 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 very sad. How sad would I be? I don't know. I really don't know. But that's just my thing. That is just my thing. So yeah. Um. So yeah. And also my dad got the vaccine. It was He said he was okay. He wasn't affected by it. Plus there was like uh there was like a little soreness after the shot, like a couple hours or minutes after the shot. And it was fine too. I mean, it would get a little stiff and a little sore, but nothing too scary. So, yeah, that's actually amazing that I that's actually amazing. Like modern medicine has gotten really um how should you say it? Like really better in the last few years and stuff. Cuz seriously, we've had a bunch of stuff happen. We've had swine flu back in like the 2000s and now we have the coronavirus here. Excuse me. Um there's been a lot of stuff happening. We've got like vaccines for a lot of stuff, polio, um HPV, um meningitis. There are a lot of shots that we as humans have to take in order to stay healthy. And honestly, I feel like modern medicine has done its job. It's crazy, but it has done its job. Also, speaking about other vaccines and stuff, I want to go back to the vaccines I talked about for COVID-19. Pfizer, um, one of the COVID guys, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my coughing here, but oh well. But Pfizer says, oh yeah, you might need to get a third shot for like a full immunity for a year. And people around the world are like, what? Why? And they're like, why do I need to get like another shot? I've already gotten 2 in my arm. 3 will probably make my arm fall off, but not really. Either my throat's dry or yeah, that's probably it. My throat is dry. So yeah, sorry about me coughing, guys, but jeez, throat it it's dry for no reason. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, Pfizer saying you need you need a third shot for that. It's just pretty ridiculous. Why would you need a third shot for something that's, already in your system, already is probably creating antibodies and probably gonna, make you, you know, a little immune to let's say eh all the COVID, like all of the COVID. So that makes no sense. Like seriously. Oh, excuse me again. Jeez. But yeah, I think it's a little ridiculous. But if studies show that a third shot is needed, then maybe you do have to get that third shot. But only if it's like recommended by like a top doctor or from like the CDC or just somebody who's gotten a third shot. Those are the only people I would, expect to, listen to. So, yeah. Um so Johnson and Johnson. Let's move on to them. The one shot single coronavirus shot. It says it's good up. They say it's up good up to 6 months. But now with all this blood clotting, does that mean Johnson Johnson's vaccine is no longer good? From the reports I've seen, it says that the only ones that were affected were like middle-aged women and like women taking like I think it was like birth control or something. They were taking some kind of pill, some kind of drug. And that's kind of what, led up to, all that stuff. So, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if, Johnson and Johnson's like vaccine is all that good anymore. I know one person I saw got the Johnson vaccine. My buddy Max Myers, he got the Johnson one shot vaccine, and from my standpoint, I think he's doing good. I mean, I've seen nothing wrong with him. Seriously, like I think it's only the only problem for that is like maybe they're getting that blood clotting, like the women getting the blood clotting is from like taking probably like prescription pills or something that they were prescribed to them by like a doctor or something. That could have been something like that or something. I don't know, but I'm not really a doctor, so this is not the not it's not the Dr. Colton show or the Dr. Big C show. This is Big C in the morning. I am not a doctor. I am not a licensed doctor. I am not a doctor of any sorts. Although I wish I was a doctor of like video games. That'd be a little interesting. If there was a doctorate degree for video games, it would be crazy. The things I could talk about video games or doctorate of Ohio State stuff. Just literally a doctorate of anything, I think I could do good. But not a doctor of, medicine, science, or anything like that. I think like doctor of hobbies that'd be good. So yeah. Now for the Moderna vaccine, I'm actually heard about I heard something about the Moderna vaccine like it's actually 90% effective after 6 months and against like new variants of COVID-19. The mutations. You know the viruses. They're actually living things, so they actually can mutate just like animals and humans. They can mutate into anything. Seriously, it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were once little turtles and then they mutated to teenagers who were also, ninjas. So and that's why they're called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's kind of interesting. I haven't actually watched an episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've heard of them, but I haven't watched an episode. Oh well. Um. So yeah. And speaking of new variants, the new variants are rocking Franklin County because sadly, Franklin County is now back in the purple. Yep, we're back to level 4, folks. Which means we went from, being at the top of level 4 in like 2020 to getting down to level 3 and then down to level 2, then back up to 3 and then back up to 4. If this is going to be, a roller coaster of whatever of these levels, I kind of want to get off this ride. Because seriously, a lot of states have, dropped their mask mandate. I just heard today, that the state of New Hampshire has dropped their mask mandate. How does New Hampshire, or however you call it, New Hampshire, whatever, how do you have New Hampshire get their mask mandate dropped before we do? Like, seriously, come on. New Hampshire's dropped their mask mandate, and, Texas dropped their mask mandate. A lot of states dropped their mask mandate. So, why can't we get our mask mandate? And the problem is, these new variants, they're affecting people who haven't gotten the vaccine yet. And for the people who hasn't got the vaccine yet, they need to get the vaccine because it's their only time that they can, be, fully immune to this. Well, maybe not fully immune, but immune partially. And to be honest, I want to be immune from this thing, from COVID, like forever. I want to be immune from it forever. Because seriously, guys, this COVID stuff, it's gotta end. It's been over a year since this happened, and I was in the and a year has passed, and I was here at Ohio Media School, and I was mind my own business before COVID happened, and then COVID happened. And we were doing this online stuff, and everybody just flipped out. They were like, "Oh my goodness, what are we doing?" And now we're back here. We are back here, and yeah, we're back right here, back to where you know everything has happened before. This is becoming deja vu all over again, people. Seriously, it's like deja vu. It's pretty annoying, but it, it's just gotta stop, people. We have to, like stop it. Get the vaccine. And I don't want a repeat of last year because last year it was terrible. 2020, 2020, it was the most terrible year that this world has ever seen. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff that we didn't want to happen. But it happened. Why? I don't know. But now it looks like 2021 might be a whole repeat of that. Except maybe a lot worse. A lot. No, actually, it's a lot worse. Not worse. Worse is not a word. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying that, including, maybe my mom or my grandmother saying worse is not a word. And I corrected myself on the air, so there you go. I'm fine. They won't be, commenting in the comments about my, my language, my how I speak. So, everything's okay. We're all good. We're all good. So yeah, I feel like 2021 may be a lot worse if like one or more counties go to level 4 because honestly, I hate being at level 4. Level 4 is the worst level ever for like COVID. In like video games though, it's pretty good. But COVID, no. No. So yeah, this is probably going to be really tough. If 2021 doesn't get like better really soon, then, you know, like oh boy, we could be in for another wild roller coaster ride, just like 2020. But the thing is, if everything goes smoothly, we get COVID vaccines into everyone, because there's like 23% of Ohioans, like over 23% of Ohioans have gotten the vaccine fully. And there's like 11 million people in the state of Ohio. So basically, we are 1/5 of the way for being fully vaccinated. 1/5 of the way. And besides, Governor Mike DeWine said he was going to drop the mask mandate if it was like under 50 people um, per 100,000 cases or something like that. So we're like, you know, right. We were right there until we started to, slip. It's like, somebody's favorite football team. They're in the lead and then they choke. This is one of those, sports moments where you're like, I got this, and then you choke in the fourth quarter and the team you hate wins and your favorite team loses, and then you have to start destroying stuff in your house, and then you start lighting that stuff that you destroyed on fire in a fire pit. Just like hardcore fans do, I guess. Because, well, I've never seen a hardcore fan do that, but trust me, they would do that. They would definitely do that if they were allowed to. But, their wives would probably get mad and stuff, so. Oh well. But anyways, yeah, it's a little crazy. So I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys getting the vaccine or are you not getting the vaccine? Because I got mine. And I feel like it's really good. And if you've gotten the vaccine, have you had any, weird side effects or something like that? Maybe a lot of soreness, maybe a little bit of a cough or whatever. Because I'm perfectly fine. So I've had no problem with the vaccine, so that's a plus. That's a plus for me. Uh, you know, I would love to be on vacation, but I got a lot of stuff here to do. I gotta host my radio show, I've got work, I've got a lot of stuff. And to be honest, vacation would sound pretty good right now. Excuse me. Oh. I yawned because I was thinking about vacation. But, I never get vacation because I'm always working and stuff. I'm working on this, I'm working on work, I'm like everywhere. I go everywhere like every day. And when I come home, I just take a nap. A nice little nap. That's all. So, yeah. Basically, I'm gonna be, probably stuck here for a little longer, but I'm not sure. I just need to, take a nice vacation away from all this COVID stuff. Maybe I should go to Florida or something, or maybe California, or anywhere, North Carolina. It doesn't matter. Any good vacation spots. I just want to go there and just, mind my own business, relax, and nothing that this COVID stuff has ever happened. Because I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people are thinking about. Like, just imagining that this COVID stuff has never happened before. Never in their lives. It's never happened. So, yeah. So, I guess that's that for, my talk about the COVID shot. It was okay. It was good. It hurt a little when they put the needle in, but I'm okay. There was a little soreness afterwards, but everything's all good. Everything's all good. Alright, well, I think it's time for our first ever break of this of this show. So yeah, we're gonna take a break. But when we come back, people living in your house, like a lot of people living in your house, is it a problem? Is it not? Well, I'll tell you about it. But yeah. So yeah, that's our next topic. A lot of people living in your house. So stick around for that. This is Big C in the Morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. And now, here is Ev Jones with Rain Down. We'll be right back.
Let it rain. Yeah. They say love is an action word. Well, I'm here to show you the actual, accurate acts and ways to love a soldier. I'm here to tell you all the facts your daddy should have told you. It ain't all between your hips, but the way you hold them down. Cause the storm gon' come, and when you walk through that rain, baby, please don't run. I swear, you look so good wet, standing there right on his left, excited to step bare feet in the manure. You gotta pick a roll, then maneuver. Even when he down in the sewer, he's conscious of the rats. But stop and look and listen, girl, be careful of the traps. Inviting at his ear, right, and he might give a rat a listen. You gotta give him fact over fiction, that's your only mission. Listen, another's just a screw, I bet he going ham over you. Hey. And them day showers, including spectrals of light, exceptional sight. Girl, stop projecting the fight. It's an all-out battle. This thing called love. Every feeling getting worked just to keep out floods. And why? So you cannot give a damn, but build one up just to obstruct where you stand. Let them floodgates rupture. Girl, keep it real, how it feel when he touch you. This is what I know. If it's raining in your lives, it's to help y'all grow. And no, don't blame it on the rain while bother. Cause 98% of this world is all water. So that just leaves two. Just enough land for your man plus you. Yeah.
Yo, it's the number one station for unsigned independent artists right here at WUDG Underground Columbus.
Hi guys, my name is Cameron, and I just graduated from Ohio. What I like most about the program is hands-on, not a lot of working behind. I like that the instructors kind of help you along the way, and that the school is there for you. Life has hit me fast a couple of 8 months, so the school has been right with me. What's next for me? A lot of the instructors and services got me some gigs, some hosting gigs, and some modeling gigs. So I'm going to do that, and be prepared to see me on your TV soon.
Alrighty, we are back on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artists, and this is Big C in the morning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our second topic of the day. So, people. You probably know a lot of people. You know, they might be your friends, your family members, just Greek people you know, friends, family, close relatives, close friends, anybody. It may be your gardener, your mailman, your delivery truck driver. It can be anyone you know. And you know, sometimes when family or friends come over, you know, they need they either spend time with you because it's probably vacation, or they're just visiting for a few days, and you're expected to have a lot of people in your house. And sometimes when there's a lot of people in your house, it can mean a lot of crazy things. So I've had a lot of people in my house, like, for, um, years and years, like, ever since I was, like, a little kid. And, um, we have to share a lot of stuff. We had to share the bathroom, we had to share, shampoo, um, body wash. We had to share a lot of stuff. We had to share even our food. And, I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with, sharing food and sharing stuff. But, when I had to give up my bed, this was like a few times I had to do as a kid. I had to give up my bed for, like, family, like either uncles, either, cousins. I had to give up my bed that I was sleeping in so that, other family members have a place to sleep. And usually they had me sleeping in, like, um they had me sleeping in a couch bed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, some couches back in, like, maybe 90s, 80s or something, maybe also in the 2000s, and maybe they still make them today, but when you had a couch, you could easily just take off, maybe the two seat covers, and then there's like a little handle on the couch, and you pull that out, and out comes like a giant bed that you can sleep on. And let me tell you guys something. The beds, like, some of those beds, they're not fun to, they're not fun to, be on. They're not fun to be on, seriously. They feel like nothing. They're steel. They're made of steel, and, like, the steel is just so hard you can barely sleep in it. Like, when I was, like, little, I didn't have a problem with it, but when I got older, yeah, I had a major problem with it. I could not sleep on that thing. Like, it was just too hard for me to sleep in. And, I was like, okay. This is this is uncomfortable. And it really hurts your back and your hips and your pelvis. Like, some those, like, beds are, they're too tough to, they're too, like, rough on your back. So, obviously, it's not fun. It is absolutely not fun. Why? Well, the thing is, when you're laying down, all you feel is, like, metal, like, pointing into your back, and it's just not fun. It feels like you're sleeping on, like, a bunch of rocks, like a bunch of heavy rocks and stuff. Like, seriously, if that has to, happen, like, why, like, what, that, it just makes no sense. Like, seriously, it feels like my back is about to break into two. And seriously, it's not fun. It is absolutely not fun. Not fun whatsoever. But the future technology, it gets better because some person had the brightest of ideas and said, "Hey, sofa beds are, just a thing of the past. Introducing an air mattress. Basically a mattress on air." Now, if you heard of a water bed, you probably think it's probably, ooh, whoops. You probably think like a water bed's like, smooth and stuff, but I never tried out a water bed. I never have. But I would someday like to try out a water bed. But I've tried out an air mattress. And let me tell you guys something. Air mattresses, they're pretty comfortable. They are actually pretty comfortable. Like, you can just roll around in it and it'll be just fun. But honestly, you can't play in it because you will do a little damage to it. The first air mattress, me and my family had, it was good until, oops, like a part of the air mattress, had like one big hump and then like a few little humps in there. Like it was like, a regular air mattress, and then like one of the humps like grew with the other hump. It wouldn't be like the other like lines or whatever on the mattress. So basically, we had to get rid of that one because one of them, like, because there was like little damage to it, I guess. And so we got a new one, and it's way better. And I've slept on a few air mattresses in my time, and I feel like some air mattresses are small, some of them are big. We got big ones. I like the big ones because they're actually like real mattresses. But the thing is, they don't sell like queen or king sized mattresses. The reason why is, my feet are long. My body is long. Like seriously, I'm like really tall. Well, not really tall, but I'm somewhat tall. I'm like 5'8", and that air mattress is gonna make me have my feet sticking out. No, well, it won't have my feet sticking out if I just excuse me. It like my feet won't stick out if I just like curl up in a ball and just sleep like that. Because if I did that, I wouldn't have a problem. But sometimes I like to sleep with my legs out because you gotta have some cool air come in. And I have the cold air come through. And it's very nice. It's very nice. It is pretty exciting because you gotta have some cool air. You gotta have like air, like all kinds of air. You gotta have warm air. You gotta have cool air, but not too much and not too little. Because that's how I sleep, people. That's my definition of sleeping. You can't have too much cool air, and you can't have too little cool air. Same as warm air. Can't have too much, can't have too little. Gotta have it just right. So yeah, that's pretty unique. So yeah, sleeping. It's when you have a lot of guests there, it's very annoying. But what if you have to, share a bathroom with all those people? You'll be like, why? And some might just barge in, like if you're like taking a shower, just going to the bathroom. Someone barges in and be like, "Hey, is anybody in here?" And you're like, ah. And then we're like, "Oh, sorry, I thought this was, free. Sorry, bro." And then they just close the door, and you just like, why can't I get any privacy? See, this is why you need to have locks on the door. If you have a lock on the door, nobody can barge in. So therefore, they would just have to knock and say, "Hey, is anybody in there?" And you'll be like, "Occupied." And that's simple. Just lock the door. If you forget to lock the door, then oops, someone's gonna barge in. Another thing that, annoys people when there's too many people at your house, when they share your toothbrush. Seriously, you could just be going brushing your teeth and then you find like something wrong with your toothbrush, like it's been somewhere that you don't want to, like question, like where it's been, whose mouth it's been in, or where it has been that it shouldn't be in. That's something you don't want to happen because you're like, I just want to clean my teeth. But you can't because, the toothbrush is a little, messed up. It's a little gunky, as we say. It's filled with, it just has weird stuff on it. You're like, "Dear God, please help me before I lose my mind." Ah. Because you see, that's a problem. If somebody shares your toothbrush, you're probably just want to throw the biggest tantrum you have ever seen in your life. You probably want to say a lot of cuss words. And, unfortunately, since this is like an FCC regulated show, I'm not, well, I'm making sure this is like an FCC regulated show. So I'm not going to say any cuss words. If you want to see what the cuss words are, just simply type in cuss words into the Google machine. And there's your answer. Ta-da! So yeah, basically, they would get on your nerves. If someone, brushes your teeth. And then food. Obviously, you gotta feed, your family or your friends. So, obviously, you gotta go to the grocery store and, buy a bunch of snacks, maybe some steaks, maybe some frozen pizzas, maybe maybe some chicken, maybe some pork lines, or pork lines, pork loins. Maybe some lobsters, maybe some crabs. Basically a lot of food that your friends or family likes to eat. And also make sure to buy like double the amount of what you bought, because if they find out they like your favorite snack too, they're gonna be eating the whole thing, which means you gotta buy new ones. And honestly, I feel like that happened to me once. Like somebody, had my, favorite food out there, and I wake up to go eat some, for maybe lunch or breakfast, and boom, it's gone. All of it is gone. Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Seriously, I didn't. I did not get enough sleep last night. I tried to, but, I woke up in the middle of the morning. Why? I don't know. But, anyways, yeah. Especially when your favorite food is pizza. Like, let's say it's Supreme Pizza. Your favorite pizza is Supreme Pizza. And you go to, just eat some, and then you find out in the morning it's all gone, and you're like, who ate my delicious Supreme Pizza? Seriously, that's like something you would obviously do, because that was your pizza. That was your pizza to eat, and nobody else's, but somebody did eat it. And you're furious. And you're probably like want to, throw something. But you remembered that, hey, you didn't eat all the pizzas. You probably ate like a few slices of pizza, and then all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, it's all gone, and now you want to go throw stuff like, King Kong or Godzilla because you're angry. You want to express your anger, and to express that frustration you have, you got to send out a message and stuff. And then, one of your friends or family members is going to be like, "Whoa, just take it easy, man." And you're like, "How can I take it easy if you guys are eating my food? I don't like people eating my food. Seriously, I don't." Cause that's something you just don't do, people. Oh god, I need to do something about my yawn. It's making me yawny or whatever, tired, whatever. I don't care what word I use. But yeah. But here's the thing, you also don't want to do it when you're visiting your friends or family members, because they will probably never talk to you again if you eat one of their favorite foods. Because honestly, it's important that you just don't do it. Because if you do eat your favorite family's, food, they kind of won't talk to you anymore. They'll probably want to fight you. Probably in the back alley, probably in the front yard, or probably just, somewhere that's, interesting. Because to tell you the truth, folks, you don't want to make family members mad, like when they're visiting. You don't want to make your friends mad, you don't want to make your family members mad. Which is why you gotta clean up the place, make it all spotless and, stuff. Just for them to, come around and just, go trash in the place or something like that. I don't know. But sometimes people don't trash the place. They sometimes, clean up after themselves, keep everything neat. But, some people just, don't care. They just want to take over your house like it's, some kind of, undiscovered, continent or something like that. Because, it's your house or apartment that you're living in. You don't have to take this crap. Or you do. Either way, it's not right. It's not right, folks. You always should have rules for your guests. Like, no illegal stuff, no dirtiness. Always clean up after yourselves. No messing with the thermostat, because I know a lot of people mess with the thermostat. And, what else? What other rules? Oh yeah, do your own dishes, do your own laundry. No running up the electric bill. I don't know if that's one, but I just might well throw it in. Don't run up the water bill. And basically don't pay my bills at all. Oh, excuse me, jeez. So yeah, basically, just tell your friends, just, be themselves. Just don't, wreck up the house, and don't pay my bills, because that would be fraud. I am pretty sure that would be fraud. Somebody check up on that, but I think that would be fraud. But anyways, guys, yeah. At the end of the day, you'll probably survive all your friends and family, staying at your place, and then they go back home, and you have your house or apartment all to yourself, and you're like, yes, now I'm gonna go watch a movie on Netflix, which is somewhat people do. I'm not sure 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure everybody would watch Netflix after their family was, at their house and stuff. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that's it for me talking about too many people in the house, living in the house. It's time for us to go to our final break, but when we come back, I'll just end the show. So yeah, nothing special today. So yeah, stick around. You're listening to Big C in the Morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. And now here's Tia, or Taya. I can't really pronounce it. But here's their song, End of the World. We'll be right back.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy P-Lo, straight out from the Bay Area, and I'm rocking with WUDG.
back on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and this is Big C in the morning. Well, guys, that is another show in the books. 36 shows I've been doing this show, and holy moly, that's a lot of shows. 36 of them. You know, just 14 more shows, and I'll be up to 50. I'll be doing this show for 50 times. But I've got 14 shows to go, so yeah. After this show, it's 14 to go. And it's pretty crazy. And I'm probably going to make it to 50 shows. Just if there's no, like, delays or anything. If I had to, postpone a show. If I get no postponements, then I could probably make it to 50 probably, sometime maybe in June, maybe, but probably not. But hey, at least I'll have an anniversary show. I wanted to have my, first year anniversary show probably in June, like when I first started. And it's actually like at the end of June, like June 26th I had that show. So, yeah. Before I go, I would like to tell you guys something. So, I was drinking, Ice Mountain water, and this is the same water I've had for like a couple of weeks, and I don't know, when I took a drink of it, to help my dusty throat or whatever, dry throat, when I took a sip of it, it tasted normal, but the smell somehow smelled weird. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of, condensation in the bottle or something, but it just smelled weird. Like, it actually smelled weird. I couldn't tell what the smell was, but if any of you guys are scientists and know what the smell of the, bottle of the water or something like that, if you guys have, like, any, ideas, please contact me so I know what I'm dealing with. Okay. Hopefully there's somebody. Hopefully there's a scientist that knows about it. 'Cause I don't. I really don't. But, anyways, guys, that is my time. It is currently 11 o'clock. Oh, I bet it's 11 o'clock or maybe 11:01. I don't know. I can't tell time in live because there's a delay. There's always a delay with live, feeds and stuff. So, with that, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this show today. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for yawning and coughing. Hopefully there will be a little bit of that probably in the next show. So yeah, next week, 2 topics. We're going to talk about them. I am definitely counting on that. I'll try to think of, more informative topics probably next week. Hopefully, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah. Also, if you like the songs that I've played here on the show today, please make sure to go to this website, www.undergroundcolumbus.com. That is the official WDG Underground Columbus website. It'll have a bunch of songs from a bunch of talented unsigned artists that you will love and enjoy, and it will really be awesome if you support these guys, because they are really talented. Because to be honest, they're more talented than me. Because, I'm just a radio show host and a DJ. Well, radio show host, DJ, disc jockey, whatever. Yeah. It's whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, again, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great hour. So, yeah. So, with that, this has been Big C in the Morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. My name is Big C. And I am out of here. So with that, guys, I would like to, well, I forgot. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for watching again. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. And yeah. I would say enjoy the weather, but it's gonna be cold, so wear something warm, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, see y'all next week.